Goeiedag. Good day, fellow South Africans, and let's get back to the main subject at hand, which is what's going on in South Africa. And in the video clip I have attached here, we have our friend Julius Malema saying it is now time for the government to go ahead with expropriation of land without compensation, and suggesting that some 500 people who were allowed to give short presentations on their views is sufficient on this huge topic. There was something like tens of thousands of people who wanted to be heard, but just a few number were drawn, and you wonder how they were drawn and where they were drawn. But listen to the video clip and understand that the EFF are pushing for this whole subject. Now, this land expropriation is really targeted at the white farmers. And I'll put a couple of links below to the comments by a San or a Bushman who expresses real concerns about the white farmers losing their land, because if they're taken over by the Nguni and the Bantu, who are settlers, who invaded San land many years ago, they're concerned about what will happen to them, because they feel there'll be a genocide and it'll be amongst the Bushmen. Alrighty, I'll let you watch the video, and please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Take care, guys. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. We all know that the EFF tabled this motion. Parliament agreed that there should be a constitutional review process, and we should conduct public hearings. It looks like some people got lost as we're conducting public hearings. They thought we were conducting a referendum. That's why they are not dealing with substantive issues. Instead, they are dealing with figures and percentages, which confirms a serious crisis amongst those who are opposed to this amendment. And therefore, we should make it very clear that nowhere did Parliament say we must go and conduct a referendum. Our argument here, for and against, should be based on substantive issues and not on numbers. Once you rush to numbers, it means you have run out of ideas. And even those who came here to make presentations have not equipped you enough to raise substantive issues on why we should not amend the Constitution. And therefore, it's a blue lie from those who come from a blue party to say majority of people who participated in public hearings said they don't want a constitutional amendment. In hearings where I participated, majority of our people agreed that we should amend the Constitution because it must give them access to land to resolve inequality, unemployment, landlessness, and poverty that is found amongst our people. And therefore, they want the land, to use the land to feed themselves, but also to empower themselves so that they can become active participants in the economy of South Africa, because as things are now, they are marginalized. All of us should make one observation, that not a single white person supported amendment of Section 25. And therefore, ours is not a class division. It's not a class division, it's a racial division. I'm talking about participation of ordinary people, so please don't be sensitive. Because I was not sensitive when you were saying senseless things here. Not a single one. So the South African national question has got nothing to do with class. First and foremost, it has got everything to do with race. And whites do not want the land to be released because that is what they regard as their privilege, and that we must continue to be subjected to landlessness. So the oral submissions were made. We've listened to everybody. The state incapacity in the past does not mean state incapacity in the future. That's why the EFF says the state must own the land, because who are going to be government? So why do you keep on blaming the other state as if you are not preparing to be the state? If the problem was the state, take power and correct the weaknesses of the state and give the people the land the way you want them to be given the land. Don't keep on saying the state failed, as if the state is going to fail going into the future, unless you don't see yourself as government in the future. Heated debate were there. Of course, the land issue is an emotive issue. It was expected to have heated debate amongst our people, and all types of statements were made. And therefore, it cannot be that some people who come from parties which were in collaboration with the apartheid regime, that some people said white people must get out of meetings. There were serious threats made in the meeting by white people, threatening the instability and the security of this country. And we never want to, belabor the point about such issues. They were to be expected. It's a public debate. But secondly, that, Chair, a lot of laws were passed by this parliament through public participations. None of those public participations actually were as attended like this one that we are coming from. Yet that participation, the small participations in the public hearings through parliament, did not stop passing of any legislation. So here the people came out in their numbers even when it was not a referendum. So it can't be correct that no, because 1,000 people came, therefore 33,000 people, therefore what do you mean 33,000 people out of so many people? You want to take a decision based on 33,000 people. We have been taking decisions based on 500 people participation in public hearings in this parliament, and therefore attendance of public hearings has never been an issue. Reserve your rights. We also reserve our rights to defend this decision. For the first time, we'll be on the same side with parliament. And you know what happens when we're on the other side. We bring the best legal minds to defend this thing. There's nothing wrong with this. So let's proceed, Chair, to amend the constitution and give our people the land. Ramaphosa and the ANC is in a better place to defend Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa's announcement on TV was a party position. The ANC has got a right to pronounce itself. No one here is going to take away the right of the ANC to pronounce where it stands. And Ramaphosa is a president of that organization. That the president of that organization speaks on behalf of that organization. There was no ambiguity about that. Cyril made it very clear that the ANC has taken a decision. He never said government. Go and tell a judge that. Let's hear a sober judge listening to such a misguided argument where a party leader pronounces a party position and you confuse that with the state position. So the people who always make noise about separating the party and the state should know. Let's go and share that beauty of those meetings. Successful meetings like that where people were completely differing yet tolerated each other. There was no single drop of blood. There was no fight, no nothing.
In conclusion?
And therefore, it will be incorrect for anyone to suggest that this was not a smooth process. It was a smooth process. Your ideas did not win the day.